Hello everybody, I'm just here and welcome back to Frieren, episode 8, in which Frieren is going to be freed from the prison? Probably. And then she will set off on her way to kill Ora. Probably. Again, probably. Right, what happened in the previous episode? In the previous episode, first, we visited a town that was holding a nice celebration of the heroes. So we know that heroes are not forgotten everywhere. They live on in some places on the continent. That's good. That's good to know. That brings up that hope that they are not just forgotten rusty, deteriorating statues somewhere in the forest, but they live on in people's hearts. That's what Himmel was counting on when commissioning his statues, right? So that they are not forgotten, so that they will remain more than just fairy tales, and so that Frieren won't have to be alone. Which is a nice sentiment, and so far it's been working out. So that's doubly good. Then we arrived to another city. A city besieged by the forces of the demons, remaining forces of the demons. After the demon king was defeated, some of his generals do still linger around and control the remaining forces. One such general is Ora, who was besieging the city, as I mentioned, and now peace emissaries of the demons have arrived there. What's the deal with that? You might be wondering. Probably not, because you probably have seen the previous episode. Well, demons have very sweet tongues. They manipulate the tool of language masterfully. They are very good at mimicry, like parrots or octopi. And they are really no different from those animals, from those beasts. To them, human language is just a tool. If a demon screams, "Ouch, mommy, it hurts," it's because that demon counts on you wavering, not attacking. If the demon talks to you about their father, that's because they want to seem relatable, so that you forgo whatever you were doing and do something in favor of the demon. They don't have families. They only utilize language as a tool. And Frieren's memory has shown that well. The complete and utter misunderstanding, or lack of understanding, rather, of human customs, of humanity as a whole, really, and how the language actually is just used as a tool. How demons don't have any higher emotions or even lower emotions. They don't feel regret or fear or anything like that. And now Frieren has been imprisoned for going against that peace emissary of the demons. One of the demons have arrived at the prison, taking out a couple of guards, because why would the humans care about that? We demons wouldn't, so of course humans wouldn't care about me killing a couple of guards. It's not like it's gonna blow our cover, it's perfectly normal after all. And Frieren is a danger to our plan, so she must be eliminated, so that's what I'm going to do. She's the prisoner of the humans, so of course they wouldn't care that she died in captivity. That's basically his thinking. So he arrived here, and he's probably gonna fight with Frieren, and Frieren is probably gonna win, let's be honest here. Then Fern, Stark, and Frieren are gonna go into the mountains to kill Ora, the leader of the demons, I would assume. Unless the city is gonna try to throw more of a wrench into their plans, which is also entirely plausible, because the lord, the Graf of the city, Granat Hakushaku. Okay, I got so used. Oh, I think Hakushaku. Yeah, Hakushaku is not his surname. I was about to say, whoa, everybody's named in like German, and this guy has a Japanese surname. What series am I watching? But no, Hakushaku just means like mayor, leader, right, of the city, something along those lines. So Granat, he is very much enchanted, maybe not enchanted by the demons, but he's wavering a lot, and he is hopeful that, hey, perhaps we can actually coexist with them, right? Oh, I killed that demon's father, and demons killed my son, so we're kind of even. Let's not continue the cycle of aggression, yada 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 yada. All the while the demons are discussing, hey, yo, it's going really well. We're gonna soon get them to lower the barriers, then we can just steamroll the city, no problem. Cool plan Lady Aura came up with. Yeah. Yeah. So from today's episode, I expect a standoff in the dungeons. Maybe Granat Hakushaku seeing the truth. Oh, the demons came to the dungeon trying to kill my prisoner. Something's up with that. Maybe they aren't as trustworthy. I don't know. Alternatively, Frieren just takes matters in her own hands and just kills every single demon in the area. Rip and tear, Frieren. Rip and tear. Until it is done. So, with all of that said, how about we just start watching this episode, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm also gonna have to ask you guys for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you nothing and helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching Frieren episode 8 in 3, 2, 1, go. Full start. 3, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Oh, I thought it might be desynced, but no. Stronger than aura. Aura. Looks can be deceiving, my dude. No, doesn't seem that way, actually. Well, thankfully she's not a human, so... But I can kill the caster. Just like that. She disarmed him perfectly. Jokes about disarming are never gonna lose their fun. No, let's not. Yes. Oh, that was great. Wait, no. Die. I love it. Amazing. Oh boy, we're off to a good start, eh? Well, it does seem that way. Ah, that was great. Not giving the bad guy a chance to monologue. Ooh. Not gonna lie, it's refreshing after watching episode 18 of Helk right before. Yeah, this opening is really growing on me. Knowing how much actual action is in this show, yeah, it really makes this opening a little bit more fitting. And I'm still bummed out that there is no lyrics for this chorus because this is my favorite part of the opening. Borgar. Borgir. She really likes burgers. Well, okay. She likes it a little too much, maybe. That was fast. No need for that anymore. And the demons are coming because the cat ran away. But you were frozen regardless. Yep, shaking hands again. That's Parkinson's. Frieren seems... Oh. A worst spot to spill a drink. Fair. Gonna take action despite shaking hands. Yep. Hey, she likes you. She got you a gift. The brave coward. That's who Stark is, isn't it? The brave coward. Yes, actually. And also from Frieren just being too strong. Yes. He can also use location magic. Okay, so you're actually not an idiot. Color me surprised. What you doing? Creating a weapon. Okay. Take on the Quasar moment. Not quite. I thought he's actually gonna make like a sword out of his blood. Q Frieren ex machina. Because it's your nature, not diplomacy. That's a fair assessment, not gonna lie. And you're losing your cool. That's what words are. A tool to make you lose your cool, to make you waver. We're Frieren. Here, Frieren? Here, Frieren. Yeah, she's a fugitive. Don't call out to her in the open. Right, so there is no proof that he was there as an assassin. So it looks like she escaped and killed the guard. Yep. Okay, not even helping. That's gonna make for some good training. You killed a dragon, my dude. I would assume a dragon is, a little bit stronger than a demon. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the power scaling is completely opposite, but... She's probably gonna be watching from the sidelines, ready to jump in when necessary. Or she's going after Aura. Not Aura, Aura. You can probably snipe her from that distance. Empty armor, scales. I was about to say, if you hate doing something, do it quickly. Poor Stark can't run on water. Couldn't you have cast the water walking spell on him as well? Or at least dry him out? Gonna wall run up? Gonna wall run up. Frieren can just fly. Yeah. How are you gonna go over those matriculations? Off screen, that's how. Okay. Magic really is useful, isn't it? Just unlatch the window, get in. Mages would make for amazing thieves, wouldn't they? And they know. You don't have emotions. You can't love things. And now he's dead. Serves him right. As opposed to Frieren, who knows all sorts of magic. Interesting. Not parallel, but like contrast. Looks like Aurora Borealis. Last week, there was Aurora Borealis in Poland. Indeed, like northernmost parts, but still. Which is wild to me, but apparently sun is like overactive or something, and Aurora is gonna be visible further south as well. Yeah, fair. Not really an effective torture, though. How long until Stark and Fern arrive on the balcony? Oh, not the balcony. Just going through the front door. Okay, that's also fine. Shaky hands. Saw through it. Pushing into the rope is really not gonna do anything, my dude. That's not how knives work, Stark. Yeah. That's also how you can do that. Oh, they're back. A little sooner than expected. Yeah, freezing you with his glance. Yeah, steal your resolve and fight. Fight Finn. There we go. And he can control blood. Fern. Fern. And you just blew her cover, you idiot. Beam. There we go. You seem to have missed the vitals. Aim for the head next time, Fern. That's a pretty image. Yeah, you demons are getting worse at existing. Fern, shoot. Qui, whatever. I don't know, he's dead, he doesn't matter. Shoot, Fern. Less talking, more shooting. Take example of Frieren. Shoot. Shoot. At least finish the dude. Or don't, and face them again. Sure, I guess that's also fine. Hmm. Frieren the Demon Slayer. Must be her doing. Also levitating. Also levitating. Oh, that's great music. Frieren the Demon Slayer is in town. And now she's facing off against Aura. Frieren the Slayer. There you go. Here I thought it's just my nickname for her, Frieren the Demon Slayer, but apparently the demons acknowledge that as well. That was a hype episode. I really would rather Frieren shot the guy instead of hovering in the air and talking, but I guess she doesn't have that, steely resolve that Frieren has. What's in my eye? My eyelash, what else? Eyelashes are weird, man. They are supposed to protect the eye from debris. 90% of the time, the eyelash is the debris. But yeah, as I said, Frieren doesn't have that steely resolve that Frieren has. Right? Frieren wavered trying to shoot Heiter. Frieren didn't waver trying to shoot Himmel. Frieren wavered trying to shoot the demon, seeing him as a human, probably, at least partially. Frieren didn't. Just didn't even let him finish, just vaporized the motherfucker. Cool. Hype. Good shit. Okay. That's some good shit. Let's watch it again, shall we? That's a recap, basically. And, of course, just a magical string that's gonna be nothing for Frieren. Why would you even think it's gonna work? Hubris! Hubris, that's what. That's why. Among the strongest of Demonkind's spell. Yeah, sure, I mean, the wire might be impossible to cut, but your arm isn't. That's the weak point. I can't cut the wire, but I can cut your hand. Easy. And the second hand is off as well. With a flash. And this, oh my god, I love it. I love it. Panic! Oh no, I don't want to die. Wait, let's talk. No. Denied. Denied. I love it. It's such a rare sight. It's such a rare sight. The main character of a show killing someone is a rare sight enough. The main character not giving that someone the chance to monologue is even rarer. What was the last show when the main character didn't give the antagonist a chance to talk? I think when Hajime executed one of his classmates in Arifureta. Yeah, I think he was also trying to plead for his life, and then Hajime just shot him point blank. Pretty sure that was the case. And ever since then, I haven't seen anything like that. Huh. It's exceedingly rare, and I love it. This is great. This is amazing. Not gonna give him a chance to talk. Just completely emotionlessly executed the guy. Amazing. I love it. Burger. She is a very fast eater. That was like 6 bites and the burger is nowhere to be seen. Did she use magic or something? That reminds me, it's winter, so our local McDonald's are gonna have, local, in the country, so local to the country, McDonald's are gonna have a great burger. I think it's called, whatchamacallit? Fuck, I forgot the English translation for it. Lumberjack burger, which is your everyday regular burger, but besides the patty, it also has a slice of fried cheese. Slice of cheese, breaded, fried, and also placed on the burger, and it's a staple of winter, and I think it's already appeared, so I'm gonna go grab one tomorrow. And I'm hungry now. I'm hungry because of you, Fern. We should release her. Yeah, that's a good plan, of course. And yeah, we wouldn't stand a chance against them, especially not Lugner, however you pronounce the umlaut. He was only looking at Frieren, but despite his gaze not being directed at me, I still froze. That's how powerful he is. My hands haven't stopped shaking, but despite shaking hands, he still goes on and fight. And of course, Fern wouldn't leave a chance to put him down a little. And the rat is dead. He underestimated her? No. That's not enough. Mere underestimating, that would make him that would get him wounded, perhaps, but not killed. He underestimated her, yes, but she was also so much stronger than him. That's why he was defeated. I honestly fully expected Granat to be a complete and utter moron and just be like, oh, that mage, she fled from the dungeons and killed my guards. Here is some guards to protect you because she might be after your heads, or some shit like that. But no, thankfully not. Thankfully not. One of your men is missing. The mage, she allowed herself to be seized. She didn't fight. So why is the guard dead? If she could kill the guards, she would have done it while she was being seized and she would have escaped, but she didn't. So the guard was probably killed by one of yours. By one of your people. And blood magic just deleted everybody. That's cool how his magic can behave both like a whip and then it can stiffen and become a staff. That's really cool. And now that violence has become the only way to resolve this mess, I'm overjoyed because this is demons' nature. Demons are not diplomatic. They don't count for a diplomatic victory. They don't count for a scientific victory. They don't count for a cultural victory. They might use those for subterfuge. They might use those because it's beneficial to them in the moment, for example, to sneak into a city and lower the barriers, but ultimately they are just mindless beasts who fight and bite and claw their way to victory. What are words? And this is what words are, right? The weak die, just like your son. And Granat immediately lost his cool and paid the price. That's how words are used by the demons. Frieren broke out, yeah. And yeah, of course, she would have been framed. You're not going to fight them just because you're strong? Just because they're strong? Is that gonna discourage you? Really? That they're stronger? What kind of a hero you are? Aizen would have been disappointed in you. And also, Frieren probably can gauge their power fairly accurately, so she probably knows that Stark and Fern will manage. They wouldn't be able to manage against Aura, maybe, but against Lugner and Linie, whatever. That should be fine. They should be fine. Yeah, I don't think you're weaker than them at all. Again, Stark, you killed the motherfucking dragon. She smiles. That's a nice smile. Of course, she knows where the target is. Those empty suits of armor are interesting. I wonder if Aura is going to animate them and fight Frieren, or is it just a decoration? She's called Aura the Guillotine, so perhaps it's a showcase of her achievements. look, this is how many soldiers of this country I beheaded. That's why I'm called the guillotine. And not even having a belly button window is going to be my weak point. Mesugaki needs correction, and Frieren is going to correct her. She's gonna correct her good. To the death. This is a very nice smile. It's not a smile that she shows sometimes to Fern or Stark or when she's smiling at their antics. This is a grin. This is, oh yeah, killing demons. I can't wait to kill some demons. I don't like fighting strong opponents, so I'm just gonna finish it quickly. I can't wait for her fight with Aura and for someone to put Doom soundtrack on it. If it hasn't happened already, because I know episode 9 is already out, so assuming Frieren fights Aura in episode 9, yeah, 9, someone's probably done it. Maybe even compiled all fights that Frieren had with demons and just put Doom music. Poor Stark. You poor sod. Fern can walk over on the water. She's not gonna give you this ability. You're climbing and hey, look how athletic I am. I can help you get up. Grab my hand. And she just floats up. Spent most of his life developing a single killing spell. Zolfrak, or whatever it's called. Demons dedicate the entirety of our long lives to researching a single kind of magic. This is very interesting because it really creates a lot of a contrast between Frieren and the demons, right? Frieren, sure, she also masters some magic. She modified Zolfrak for God's sake, but she also enjoys gathering those little spells. She's not gonna master the spell that turns grapes sour. She's not gonna master the spell that lets her see through people's clothing, right? But she knows them. Her knowledge is wide, deep in only some areas where it's necessary, but incredibly wide. She's a jack of all trades and master of few. Meanwhile, the demons have a completely different approach to it. Every demon gives themselves entirely to just a single kind of magic. Which, I guess, makes sense for, like, pack animals, assuming demons work in packs rather than solo. From what we've seen, they do, right? They have their lords, and then every lord has some army underneath them, and they never move alone, from what we've seen, again. And that kind of makes sense, because you can, when during a fight your pack is fighting, you need some damage, and here is Zargothrax, who does really good damage, so he can just go to the front and just wipe out the enemy. And you need protection from the arrows of the enemy, so there is the Cerulean, who really casts really good shields, so she casts a shield and you're protected, right? So I guess it makes sense in that way, kind of, I don't want to say hive mind, but very like pack behavior. And it really, really sets Frieren apart from the demons, and the demons apart from Frieren. We develop our research daily over years and years. 10 years from now, our magics will be even greater, assuming the demon kind is allowed to exist for 10 more years. Frieren the Slayer is back in town, so that's not a given. Magic is a strange thing. Yeah. Sometimes a spell cast by a genius 1,000 years ago outmatches spells of the present. And that's why I hate demons. That's why I hate the geniuses. Because here we are, demons, mastering our spells for decades, millennia, and Flamme, a human mage, cast this barrier spell thousands of years ago, and we are still powerless against it. What gives? We trained so hard, and that spell from 1,000 years ago still works against us. What the fuck? And yeah, logical thinking. He could allow you in, so he can allow the other demons in, or he can just disable the barrier altogether. I fully expected Fern to just jump in through the balcony, but no, Stark comes in first. Let me see him use this knife. You're trembling, yes. Because he's scared. Fear is not about emotion. He's fighting through it. It's valiant. It's courageous. Yeah, that's not how you cut rope. For reference, like, that's how you can cut an apple, right? You take the knife and you cut through the apple. But when the thing you're trying to cut through has a lot of like strands and shit, you saw with your knife. That's how you cut through it. It's not even a magic rope. He just can't cut for shit. That's what it is. To cut rope by just, you know, touching through it, you would need like a razor blade, if that. The razor blade would sooner just shatter and break than cut through the rope that way. And yeah, I'm just gonna break the chair. You're not gonna have the chance because the demons are back. Some nice combat thing. But you're only human. Yeah, I can control my blood and you're just only a human melee fighter. You really shouldn't have blown Fern's cover like that. Although it doesn't really matter. It didn't really matter all that much in the end. I love the effect with the glass shards flying first, and only then we see the actual beam. You should work on your aim, Fern. Should have been a headshot. This is amazing. This is an amazing scene. Fern levitating with her staff, full moon behind her. Way too close for comfort, but whatever. It makes for a nice backdrop. And her face, completely unmoved, like Frieren, like Frieren's. Honestly, Fern is even less emotive than Frieren. Mere human mage evaded Lini's detection? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Linia spent her whole entire life mastering detection spells, and she just got outclassed by a random human mage. How does that feel, eh? What is that spell? Zoltrak. Nope, it's not Zoltrak. You're trying to buy time, and successfully, might I add, because you keep engaging him in conversation instead of shooting his head. Remember, Fern? Aim for the head. Or double tap, just to be sure, or make the beam wider and just vaporize his entire body. That's also a surefire method. We don't have the time to fight. My dude, firing a beam doesn't take that much time, really? She could have fired like twice already, 3 times just to make sure. But alas, I guess there's gonna be another confrontation. We'll go after them once I've stopped my bleeding. Yeah, you really shouldn't have let him stop his bleeding. Just saying. I can handle the mage. No, the fuck you can't. That's a demon killing spell. That's Apage Satanas. Reminds him of Frieren. Why did Frieren let him go? I wonder. To spread the terror? Go back to your demon friends and tell everybody Frieren the Slayer is gonna kill you all. Something along those lines? Would be badass if that was the case, but I don't know. We'll see. It was Frieren indeed, the mage who contributed significantly to humanity's analysis of Zoltrak and improving it to the point of being a demon-killing spell, and slew more demons than anyone else in history. And I assume Aura the Guillotine slew more humans than anyone else in history, and all those humans she slew, or at least the ones who had armor, their armor is behind her as a testament to her achievements. No more achieving though. Frieren the Slayer has arrived. Frieren the Slayer. That was a good episode. It was a good episode. Seriously, this is crazy. Any demon can do it. You demons are monsters after all. It was Aura, one of the 7 sages of destruction. Episode 9, Aura the Guillotine, which makes me believe that episode 9 is going to be Frieren fighting with Aura for the one half, and Starkenfern fighting Lugner and Linie for the second half. Or those two fights intertwined, something like that. Or maybe the whole episode is just going to be Frieren and Aura. Who knows? I certainly don't. Okay. So. Great episode. Honestly. I don't think there's been a bad episode of Frieren. Yeah. Yeah, there hasn't been a bad episode of Frieren. I might have had some criticism here and there, but there hasn't been an episode that would be like mediocre or let alone just bad because of something. It just does so much so well. Not letting the antagonist speak, that was the best. Amazing. I love it. I like how it also wasn't just played for a badass moment, but rather for a just matter-of-factly moment. Right? Frieren defeated her. Frieren defeated Dracht. He was powerless, laying on the ground. Well, what's the next step to fully neutralize him? Well, just kill him. He's just a demon after all. It's whatever. Demons are not humans. Demons are not people. They don't deserve any right. So I'm just gonna kill him, and that's that. It's a matter of factly. It was a pest who was threatening me, and I'm just getting rid of the pest. It also shows really well the difference and the similarity between Frieren and Fern. This episode. The similarity in how they carry each other, in what spells they use, how they use their spells, but the difference in experience. Frieren is experienced enough that she would have burst through the balcony, shot once, second time, third, fourth, fifth, until both the bodies are dissolved into magical particles. Then she would have sniffed up that mana to regenerate her power and go on with her day without giving it a second thought. Meanwhile, Fern didn't land, levitated, shot once. I'm warning you. I'm gonna shoot you I'm gonna shoot you a second time. You know, he's saying something. Fern responds because that's her instinct, because she still thinks of demons like humans. They are humanoid. They can talk. She still has those. I don't want to say she's still under the demon's spell, but she still hasn't gotten rid of the morality towards demons. Right? They should have at least the right to talk a little bit. I don't want to just kill them needlessly. They aren't attacking right now, so I'm not gonna attack them. We got Granat secured, so it's fine. Right? Those sorts of thoughts. She doesn't have that complete disregard for demons that Frieren has because of her experience, which is very interesting, and it really gives a lot of area for Frieren to grow. I'm fairly sure that soon enough, Frieren is gonna be named Frieren the Slayer. She's gonna go into Frieren's footsteps, and she's also gonna don the helmet, grab a shotgun, and start blasting. I really like Stark as well. You very rarely see the archetype. Can you even call it an archetype? The kind of a character who is a brave coward. You either see complete cowards, or you see brave people who are afraid, but then they are like, for my friends, and just completely get rid of their fear, right? That's usually what you see. Or you see characters who are just completely brave, and there's not an ounce of fear in their heads. Stark is neither. Stark is realistic. He's afraid all the way throughout. The fact that he decided to go on with the plan doesn't mean he got rid of the fear magically. He's still afraid, but he's powering through the fear. He's not letting the fear stop him. Fairly rare archetype, all things considered, so good, cool. I like it. I also like that Granat isn't an utter idiot. In any other show, in any other story, he would be like, oh, here's 4 guards to protect you because the mage just escaped and killed the guard. She's probably after your head, so here's 4 just random people to protect you from the mage who just cut down the head of one of my guards. But 4 should be enough, right? Not in this case. He put 2 and 2 together, figured out what's going on, and went on to deal with it. This series really does so many things correctly. I'm getting very similar feeling to when I was watching 7 Spellblades. Although not entirely similar, but kind of similar. In 7 Spellblades was an archetypical magical academy kind of a show. But it subverted the genre in that it executed the genre well. Right? It wasn't just a, magical academy, but the main focus is really the harem and the fan service and the overpowered main character, yada, 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 yada. It actually took the genre and made something well with it, made something good with it. Frieren is not trying to subvert any sort of a genre, but it's similar in that whatever it does well. It does in a realistic manner, right? I don't have the urge to just grab a character and shake them by their shoulders. What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? Right? Everybody's behaving like a normal human being. And that was something I touched upon in the previous episode or the one before it. How they are talking and they are not emoting. They're just talking. And that's realistic. That's how people talk. They don't flail their hands wildly. They don't grin suddenly out of nowhere. They just talk with fairly neutral faces. I really like the realism aspect of Frieren, how everybody is a real person. Good shit. More. I think episode 10 is coming out tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to record anything tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to get some time, and I'm gonna record 9 and maybe even 10. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, I know, we'll see. I don't want to make any promises, but I'm invested. I'm hella invested. But you guys, you tell me, are you invested? Tell me all about it in the comments. How did you like this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that, down below. No spoilers, please. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Frieren, but also Magia Record, Shangri-La Frontier, Tate no Yusha, Saihata no Paladin, Shai, plenty of others coming in the future. I also stream sometimes, so click the bell to be notified of when I go live. support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Mage Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me on YouTube directly via memberships, super thanks, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Net, The Survivor, Zay Rainer, Akumaster, David, Dr. Watt, Marshall, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to slay any demons.